Hey there, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. I am going to do the December reading for you, December of 2021. Holy cow. The year is over. So I asked Spirit if they had any messages for you, and what they showed me was a desert scene. And it was late afternoon, and then I watched as the sun set. Oh, which, by the way, was gorgeous. There were mountains off in the distance, and then the stars came out. What was interesting was all of the, it felt isolated, but as I tuned in and really looked around, what I saw was all the life. I saw all the opportunities, and I saw all the ways that different things prosper in difficult times. It was like I knew where to find the water, and I knew what would be okay to eat. And as isolated as I felt, I started to feel safe and protected. And as the moon rose and the stars started coming out, and it was cooler, which actually felt nice, it felt safe and protected and divinely guided. So I feel like there might be a feeling of being more or less isolated right now for you, but that you're not alone, and that there's opportunities all around you, and there's things coming in. So this card is trying to catch my attention, and I don't really know what to make of it, but it's not upside down like the rest of them. So we're going to pull this out and use this for an overall energy with whatever else that comes out, but that is the High Priestess. Sorry about that if you heard that. Okay, so let's see what we have for advice. There's a real need to get in touch. I would like another one. Can I have another one? Oh. Okay, so okay. All right, so the overall energy, we have the 2 of the High Priestess, but then we also have the 2 of the 2 of Pentacles. So a lower vibrational energy, but the 2 of Pentacles is about knowing where your resources are and keeping that all in balance. Your outcome is amazing. So let's just see where we are here. Okay, so this is weird because when I first looked at the desert, I saw sunflowers, but then they faded away. But I did see them at first, and you have the sun card here, and look at all of the sunflowers on it. So this is where you find yourself. Ooh, this sun card has this really nurturing energy of transition and rebirth in it. We have lots of butterflies. We have the white horse, which would be your conscious mind. Stopping and smelling the sunflowers on the way. Sunflowers provide lots of seeds of opportunity that get spread far and wide by the other animals. And she's carrying a baby in a very nurturing, loving way. And it is as though you are nurturing something of great value and importance to you. Ooh. This High Priestess is about really tapping into your intuition. And like I said, when the moon came up and the stars came out, I felt safe and protected. And I think as you tap into your intuition and you really pay attention to your inner compass and your inner guidance, you are going to feel more safe and more protected because you're being divinely guided. Because here we find you, personally you, in the energy of the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is very much like the High Priestess energy. Very in touch with that lunar energy, that moon energy, that emotional energy. All right, let's see what else we have going on here. The energy to lean into. Gosh, you have... Okay, well, she's not a queen, but she looks like a queen here, the Sun card. But you have 3 queens plus the High Priestess here. You have the Queen of Swords is the energy to lean into. The advice card is the Queen of Pentacles. And you find yourself in this Queen of Cups energy. So lots of need to tap the emotional, intuitive, divine feminine energies to move forward as you go through this month. So Sagittarius, December starts out in Sagittarius, which is a fellow fire sign, and it is your house of creativity if you are a Leo rising. And so there's this energy of wanting, it's comfortable. It's very comfortable where the sun is there. It's very supportive of your creativity and your ideas and what you want to expand on. And you're being asked to really look at that from a point of clarity. Like really lean into not just your emotions, because your emotions are definitely on display here, but the advice is very practical. So I feel like maybe you're feeling a little emotional right now about something, and there is a need to problem solve using your sword of truth. Because in the area of where do you find the opportunities, you have the 9 of Swords, which is not great, but it came out with the Sword of Justice. And so I think this is you. Like, if you think about it, you have 9 swords, and if the way through it is the Sword of Justice, which you come with this Queen of Swords, this is where you say to this situation that is stressing me out and is not working for me, and I feel isolated and all alone, and things are coming at me, and I am going to use my sword here of justice. When you add the 9 plus the 1, you get 10. 10 is the completion. This is the end of a cycle. And then the Sword of Justice, the Justice card is the 11. It is the step beyond justice, it's the step beyond completion where justice comes in. Where there's resolution, because in your environment, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the opportunity to make a big choice, a big change, a big movement in a new direction. However, where do we find your subconscious? You're sitting here in the 9. So you actually have the 9, 10, 11, and then 14 on here. Oh, wow, you have the 7 too. You have a lot of major arcana. This is a really big deal going on here. Because I know you got a couple of extra cards, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards. And of those 15 cards, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, half of them are major arcana. That means that this is very divinely guided. This is definitely being led and guided by spirit, which you're tapping through using your intuition and your creative divine feminine energy. But the problem solving, that aspect needs to be done using your very practical problem solving abilities, because we have the Queen of Swords. She's very practical. She sees things from both sides. She sees the truth of things, and she says and speaks up and stands for herself. She stands in her truth. The challenge is the 7 of Wands, the challenge is standing in your truth. So the energy to lean into is standing in your truth, because the challenge is to stand in your truth. And when you do, when you use your sword of truth, you complete a cycle, the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, and the next step is it moves you into the justice phase. But first you got to complete the cycle. And nobody can do that for you but you. You are trying to stay very balanced. So here you are. You are looking for the light within. You are looking for the answers within. You are looking for the truth. And when you find the truth, then it's time to use that truth. Look how much these cards look alike. When you find that truth, it is going to be important that you complete the cycle. In the meantime, you're just trying to keep everything in balance because we have the Temperance card as your conscious mind. And so while whatever here is going on, the resources you need are at your disposal. You're feeling very alone and isolated in this, but you have everything you need. And I think that everything you need is coming through from Divine. I think you're getting the information and the downloads that you need. The advice here is the Queen of Pentacles. What's interesting is this queen has a mask on. The other ones do not. Not even the High Priestess has a mask on. The High Priestess, nobody else here has a mask on but the Queen of Pentacles. Everybody else, you see their face. Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing. She knows how to manifest and grow things. I feel as though, Leo, there is a need for you to make some very practical financial decisions and not necessarily broadcast them to the world. And there are some choices you need to make in order to create this justice. You need to stand in your truth and stand in your power and complete a cycle of worry and anxiety to help bring the balance back into your life. But whatever it is, it's on a need-to-know basis. Not everybody needs to know what you're doing. It's very interesting. Your outcome card, amazing. The outcome, you have the Page of Pentacles. Going from the Queen to the Page seems a little unusual, but I think it's okay here because what it means is, see this is her sitting in her authority. I almost feel like it's the egg. It's really weird because it looks to me like I'm going to set money aside over here, not telling anybody. I'm investing in something over here. I'm doing something over here to protect myself for future growth. And the Page of Pentacles says I'm going to focus on this little bit that I'm putting over here, and I'm going for it. She's very focused on what she's manifesting, but again, not wearing a mask now. So, but she's playing a musical instrument, and so what she's focusing on is something that makes her soul sing, something that really is important to you, and it's going to draw and attract you like energy because you also have the Knight of Cups coming in. So this is, again, about you bringing your emotional energy into the nurturing of this pentacle, this idea, this thing that you want to do that you're not necessarily telling everybody about. It's something, so maybe it's a creative project, but you just haven't been willing to tell anybody about it because you don't want anybody. And I don't disagree with this either. Sometimes when there's something really important that means a lot to us that we want to do, we don't want to share it out there because when we tell other people, they attach their negative energy to it by saying things like, are you sure that's a good idea? I don't know. That seems really hard. How are you going to do that? And Spirit says you don't need to know how. You need to know what. You need to know what, and you need to know the next couple of steps, but you don't need to know all the details. And when you let other people attach their negative energy to it, it makes it more of a struggle. And so sometimes that really important thing that we really want, the thing that really makes our soul sing, the big dream, we don't tell anybody. But we nurture it and we take care of it and we pour all the love that we want and the passion into it. But we don't need to tell anybody what the great big picture is. You know, it's like sort of what you're doing right now is what matters. Because look, you have the Chariot as your outcome. The Chariot is a card of victory. And she is moving quickly. Those horses are working together. The white horse is your conscious mind, right? The conscious mind. Where you find yourself with all these seeds of intention and this transformation and this new idea, this new project, this new something that you're nurturing and caring for. And the subconscious mind, the black horse, the light within. They are working in unison and they are moving quickly We have an eagle up here signifying spirit is with you as you rapidly move towards your goal. It is important, though, that it's something that is really important to your heart. So, opportunity sitting right here in the environment. Something you're going to move quickly toward when you make the decision to do so. So, I think when you stop worrying about it and start moving forward, that's when you bring in the justice to your situation. That's when you start to manifest what it is that you truly want here. Okay, it is super hot in here. I'm going to pause the video for a moment and turn down the heat, and then I'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. See, did you even miss me? Oh, look at this. So as far as the energy around health, and I feel like it is, Okay, so it's mental, emotional, or physical health, spiritual health. We have open. We have Queen Anne's lace. Oh, I'm sorry, we have yarrow. It's yarrow. It just looks like Queen Anne's lace. They must be very closely related. So it feels to me, be open to the opportunities. Be open to the ideas and the knowledge and the intuition that comes to you. There's a need to be very open and willing to heal. You know, it's also the picture she chose for the cover. Feels really significant. What is the number on this? 28. 2 plus 8 is 10. It's opportunity. There is a new beginning on the horizon and the possibility of a lot of different energies coming together to make things happen. Cooperation is needed, and you could play the pivotal role or hold the key to release the energy required. New ideas, inspirations, creative solutions are forthcoming. Those who work in creative art fields will find this to be a very busy and fruitful time. Personal growth and enthusiasm are supported at the moment. It could even be a time of birth in any form. Yeah. I mean, some of you literally could be pregnant, obviously. And again, that's one of those things we don't necessarily share with other people right away until we're sure everything's cool, right? Whatever this creative project is, there is a lot of opportunity. Follow your intuition and your guidance, and be open to that and allowing things to come in. This is actually really beautiful. Really like this for you, Leo. It's a nice Leo reading. Right? So yarrow, stay open to the opportunities and the possibilities around you. Knowing what your truth is and your analytical abilities can pull it all together. So in the area of wealth, you have the gratitude list and you have cooperation instead of competition. So not competing with other people for the resources, because resources are never limited. So if it's yours, it's yours. No one's going to take it from you. Your ideas, your goals, your dreams, don't let anyone, I understand the need though to keep a little bit to yourself about all the details, but it is in working collaboratively with others that you're going to proceed in the direction you want to go, because again, there are 2 horses there, and I also feel like it's working with spirit. It says you have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperation and partnership, you can accomplish anything. And we have the gratitude list, count your blessings. Feeling grateful for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries. I really think that this anxiety has got to be the first step that you take would be to say, I'm done worrying about this and I'm going to trust spirit. I'm going to trust that everything I need is right here and I can access it. It's right here in my environment. And working with others, I will get everything I need. What and who you are grateful for right now, focus on that. And keep focusing on the gratitude and you'll discover amazing generosity of the universe. Gratitude is actually an attitude that we adopt. It is an action word. Saying thank you is great. That is a first good step. But true gratitude is when we demonstrate that we know the value of what it is we're grateful for. So if you're grateful for your friends, you spend more time with your friends. If you're grateful for a raise, you tip a little bigger. If you're grateful for an opportunity, you say yes and you put your effort into it. So gratitude is actually an action step. And so when you start there, look at the card that showed up on the top, big old sunflower. I'm telling you. So you're not alone. There's lots. The desert is teeming with life and the ability to adapt to circumstances and to survive and thrive in harsh conditions. Look at this. That is the way it looked. Super cool. All right. So you have here, it's not a matter of whether or not you can afford it, swing it, or handle it. It is a question of whether or not I can, and I can the universe. This is the flow of abundance coming toward you to bring in. So happiness is a decision and a choice we make, and we open ourselves up to being in that energy of gratitude and happiness. We open up the floodgates of the universe for us. Ooh, look how beautiful this picture is. Here's what I ask folks who aspire to being fabulously rich. Couldn't you just pretend you're a multimillionaire? Right after you're done pretending you're not, it's all pretend, the universe. You're not in the desert. Okay, you're in the desert, but the desert is not isolated. The desert is not empty. The desert has so much happening in it. You're not alone. The universe has got you. There is a need to tap into your inner knowing, to make decisions, to move forward, to let go of the fear, and to step back out into the sunlight, knowing that you're going to manifest and create whatever you want. As long as you're passionate about it, as long as you really want to do this, you can do this. All right, Leo? It looks like a really interesting December ahead for you. In 2 weeks, I will be putting the sneak peek at the year ahead out, so you might want to check out that. And I am on Facebook at Moonlit Waters, daily little videos over there in our group, so you come and join us. And I will see you soon. You guys take good care of yourselves. This looks really interesting. Be open to the opportunities around you, because there looks like there's a lot. All right, talk to you soon.